Oh, hello everyone. We are Team 1 and we are working on the Ziota sales analysis. We are in Sprint 2 right now. We as a team worked on loading various databases in different environments. So one was Ziota, both in Oracle and MSQL, fuzzy and object relational database. And we worked on reverse engineering of the databases and few queries written in both stored procedures and UDFs and some pivot analysis. We had 4 Scrum meetings on the respective dates. We made sure that the tasks are assigned and then completed and yep. And now we would talk about a Ziota, which was loaded in Oracle.
So two of us were responsible for analyzing the data in Oracle. We loaded the data. The process went smoothly. And in the next step, we are using this database for further analysis.
Next would be Ziota loaded in SQL Server. Hamza.
So that's the Ziota database we have on Microsoft SQL Server. Just loading the scripts.
Next would be DGDB.
We loaded DGDB into SSMS, and the script was very nice. Loaded perfectly, no problems.
This is the object relational database for Ziota. We created types, objects, and tables for O_employee, O_customer. We haven't inserted a lot of statements. We were able to insert only few. We would be working on that in the next sprint. And then this is a model where we had inherited the emp from the person object, and then just one address tab, which is inherited to all the other tables. The next would be the fuzzy database, which was loaded into a local copy. We had no issues loading it, and then this is one of a simple statement where it shows the entire database is loaded. Next would be the differences in the DGDB has created and has intended.
We found 4.25 pages of changes that we needed to figure out. So there was a lot of little bits of how are we going to handle this, like on the next slide, where we had to decide what are we going to do here. And there was one area where I think that DGDB given to us had a table that wasn't necessarily intended where it was at, and didn't have another table that was intended to be there. But we came up with 7 issues that needed to be addressed, and we wrote down how we are addressing them in the script, which is the change script, which is part of the backlog.
Next would be the PERT chart.
So the PERT charts, as we discussed previously, shows the process. And here we showed that how the first step was at the beginning of the week. We started with loading the database, figuring out how it works. And in the second phase of this sprint, we went through data engineering, data cleaning, and data exploration. And it is updated based on the activities that we had during this week.
Next would be the burn down chart for the sprint.
So this is the burn down chart. As usual, the straight line represents the ideal trend, and there is a gap between our actual tasks and planned tasks. So, like as our team members mentioned, like there are a couple of issues while dealing with the DGDB and also the ORDB. So, which are like updated in our backlog document. And
This
then,
is, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, this is the overall burn down chart for the entire sprints. Like we have made it as a sample. Yeah, this is the sample graph. And then the Gantt chart, here it shows the timeline and the status of this sprint. So yeah.
Yep, we as a team worked on list one queries. There were 17, and we divided among 5 of us. And then same query was executed in SQL. And then we read the queries and stored procedures, user-defined functions, and triggers. After that, we tried doing pivot analysis for zero sales, where this is one of the examples where it shows the total number of orders placed by the customers based on the branch number, and this is how the chart looks like. We did the same analysis for DGDB, which gets the count of all the number of schemas in the database. And the plan for the next sprint would be working more on object relational database, where we would be creating more objects and types and tables, and then create more insert statements and redo the entire queries using the object relational database rather than the zero sales database. That is it for sprint 2, and thank you.